the Hamas knocking at the door, and Dalit was still online talking to me. I told they are knocking at the door. She said, Sabita, don't open. No, it is locked. Just we were continuing our speaking, we heard the shot at the door, the glasses were falling. When we heard the boot sound, I just cried out because like they are inside, they can do anything to us. They tried, I think 5-6 times they tried to open the door. We could feel the handle going down, we were pushing it up. As we were chanting the prayers, whatever we know, we were chanting. They were hitting on the door, asking to open the door and calling out Allahu Akbar. Scene outside was so horrific.
Welcome guys, this is a very special episode because I am here with one of the Indian superwomen in Israel, Sabita. Welcome, thank you for taking out the time. I know you have a very busy schedule, but for you to come all the way to Tel Aviv only to interview and share your experience, welcome. And I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
To give people more context, I want to tell them that she is a hero and a survivor of October 7th. You know what? Maybe you should introduce yourself and tell everybody what you do, and then we'll get into the story.
I'm Sabita baby. I'm from India, particularly from the south. I am here almost 4.5 years in Israel. I was working in Niroz with Shmulik and Rachel. Both of them died, and now I am in Ramle working with the Shahar family.
So for everybody, Sabita is a caretaker in Israel. She was, when October 7th happened, she was working for an old couple, Shmulik and Rachel, in a kibbutz called Nir Oz. And we are going to shortly get into the story of how she was able to save the couple. And she also had another partner with her, Mira Mohanan, who were able to save. I don't even have the right words because off camera we spoke shortly, but we'll get into the details. But whatever went down on October 7th is unimaginable, but they came out alive from there, saving 2 more people. So let's get into the details. You were there on October 7th in Kibbutz Nir Oz. What starts happening at 7 o'clock in the morning?
It's not 7 o'clock, 6:30. We 2 of us are working in the same house for Rachel. Rachel is an ALS patient, so she
Can you tell us what ALS is, just in short?
ALS is a neurological disorder which affects the muscles. She was bedridden, she had a tracheostomy, and so she needed suction. In 24 hours we used to do 30 suctions because she used to get aspirated the saliva which was in the throat. So we had to do it. So
on a daily basis?
Daily. So it was difficult for me to manage alone. Then after a year of her tracheostomy, Mira joined us. We used to take a 3-day shift, like a 3 times shift. Like from morning to afternoon one person, evening the other person. So one who worked in the morning will work in the night. So in the night we keep awake because she cannot speak. She lost her voice as a part of this disease. So we have to be very attentive to her that whenever she needs it to be suctioned, we have to remove the saliva.
Right. So she was completely dependent on,
of course,
you and Mira. Okay.
We lived in the same house.
Right.
With separate rooms.
Okay.
Shmulik, her husband Shmulik also was in the house. He was 80 plus with a little dementia, but he was healthy.
Okay.
On October 7th, that is at 6:30, the alarm started, the Seva Adom started.
Yeah. Seva Adom is an alarm that shows either on your phone or also like sirens around the kibbutz, around the cities where you need to run to the bomb shelter.
Bomb shelter, yes. So at 6:30, we were awake, we were to do our shifts. So we had to attend Rachel with everything in the morning, with the changing and giving her medication. And then we said to have a coffee or something, and one who worked at night will go to rest and the other person takes up the morning shift.
Right.
So just we were talking with each other, we heard the siren, we ran to the mamad, the safety room. Shmulik was in his room sleeping. There was no time for us to call Shmulik because he was sleeping and we need to help him out to get out of the bed and everything, and there is only 10 seconds to reach the safety room. The safety room is a room in the house.
It's inside the apartment. Also to give you context, so every city has a time period to run to the bomb shelter. The closer you are to the sirens or to the source of the rocket, the shorter the time duration. So Nir Oz is down south, so they have about 10 seconds. If you're talking about Tel Aviv, it's about 90 seconds.
Yes.
You only had 10 seconds to run.
Yes. We had 10 seconds. So like every time, Mira was keeping on asking me that or telling me that we did not call Shmulik, we did not bring him to the safety room. So I just told her, Mira, Just wait, let it finish. Once it is exploded, I can go out and bring him. So that's what usually happens. After 10 minutes of the explosion, we can go out of the room. That day it was non-stop. By then, Shmulik came slowly, and we pushed him to the safety room and got him a chair and made him to sit. It was around 6:45. Rahel's and Shmulik's younger daughter lived in the same kibbutz, so Dalit. She called us and informed that to lock the front and back doors. We closed it. We told that it is locked. She even told us if someone knocks at the door, not to open. We said okay. By the time we had a manoff to lift the person. Manoff is a crane, like a crane to lift the person that we use. It was there in the room. We were sitting on the pedal of the manoff. So Shmulik asked us, she used to call us Banot, like children.
Banot means girls.
Girls. Why do you sit on this? You take it out and put the small mattress which we used to keep behind the door of the mamad. We used to always keep a small single mattress behind the door in case of emergency to take it inside. So he asked us to take it inside. We just pushed that outside and got the mattress and put it down, and we were sitting there. We heard them knocking at the door. It was
them is Hamas terrorists.
The Hamas knocking at the door, and Dalit was still online talking to me. I told, they are knocking at the door. She said, Sabita, don't open. No, it is locked. Just we were continuing our speaking, we heard the shot at the door, the glasses were falling. Told her, they shot and the glasses are broken. The door is broken. Soon we heard the boots, sound of the boots inside. They came in.
Oh, so they shot at the main door.
The main door is of like a very strong door. They came from the back.
Oh, they came from the back door. They shot and the glasses fell down. And then they entered the house now.
Yes, how the back door and the window, both they broke it and they came from there. Once they entered, they opened the main door for the others to
come in.
Yes.
It
was like that.
Oh my gosh.
Then Dalit, what she informed me is that, Sabita, please don't engage your phone, please be online. So I just informed my husband. I disconnected the phone and informed my husband that we are not safe. Please don't call me back. If there is anything, I will let you know. So he kept up the word and he didn't call me back. So the full time I was speaking to Dalit, over the full duration I was speaking to Dalit, and when we heard the boot sound, I just cried out, because like they are inside, they can do anything to us. Dalit, save us. Mira was sitting and crying, holding the leg of Shmulik, because he wanted to go out and see who knocked at the door, because he did not know what exactly is going on.
What's happening, because he also has dementia, so he doesn't really remember what's happening.
She was holding on the legs of the Shmulik. We were sitting on the floor, on the mattress, so she was holding like this. She was crying, and I just screamed, Dalit, save us. She told, Sabita, we are also in the same situation. We cannot save you. And I was wondering what to do, because something has to be done. Suddenly I just recalled the Israeli people, they get a military training. So situation like this, they will have an idea what to do. Just I called out, I asked her what to do. She told, hold the door. Then I rushed to the door. I called Mira, no time to cry, come on. And she also ran. I held like this. Mira held the door from the down to up for 5.5 hours.
And this is the door of the bomb shelter, which is very heavy, by the way.
Very heavy and very small. It's only the length of our arm, the palm, not arm, the palm, length of the palm. I was holding like this, and Mira was holding from down to up.
To lock it completely.
Yes, because we cannot lock it from inside.
I see.
There is no key to the door, because if 10 seconds, if I am inside, somebody want to come inside, or if there is an accident and somebody who come to save us have to enter inside, it cannot be locked. And never in the history of Israel, never it happened the terrorist entered and had a situation like this.
You and Mira holding the door for 5.5 hours. Did they not try to push or shoot at the door or like make noises and like scream to scare you? What happened in those 5.5 hours?
They tried, I think 5-6 times they tried to open the door. We could feel the handle going down, we were pushing it up. We were chanting the prayers, whatever we know, we were chanting. And I'm a Christian. I had the rosary with me. I just looked at Shmulik. I didn't think that whatever he feels, let it. I just hanged it on the handle, and we were just That's the only thing that we could do at that time. We just kept on asking God to protect. Psalm 91 is a prayer for the protection of Israel. But in Kerala, the Christians pray this in the families for the protection of the families, protection of everybody.
Okay.
So I knew it by heart. So I was just keeping on praying for the protection. If you go through every word of that psalm, you know that we have lived every word of that.
Wow.
Yes. We experienced the protection. It's nothing of our merit that we could hold the door for 5.5 hours. After holding for a few hours, our hands were bulged.
Yeah, because you're using all your strength and power, and only how much can you hold?
We removed our slippers to get the grip of the floor, that we will not be slipping into put one leg on the wall. I don't know
how we tried everything.
How we tried all our power and might. We tried
to hold it.
Okay.
Now, of course, you're on this side of the door.
Yes.
What all can you hear on the other side of the door?
Other side. Once they reached, first they started hitting, and they did not shoot at the door. Okay. They tried maybe with the gun or something. They were hitting on the door, asking to open the door and calling out Allahu Akbar. Scene outside was so horrific, and that hearing that sound, and when you hit something on an iron door, it makes a big noise. We were looking at each other and we were pulling it up all throughout until 1 o'clock in the afternoon. They came, they were coming and going, to trying to open. Because what I learned from the members of the kibbutz and from the investigation team, those who came to interview me, that our house was the base for the Hamas.
I was just going to get to that. We spoke off camera and she mentioned that when they entered their house, where you guys were in the safety room, they created their house as the base, right, to bring in hostages, to tie them, to go out and be doing all the operations in the 5 hours.
Lot of Palestinian women were working in the kibbutz in the cannabis field.
Oh.
So they, most probably, it's my assumption, they might have sketched the whole kibbutz to these Hamas, this terrorist, because at 6:30, yoga teacher and her husband, there is a lady who teaches yoga, and her husband, at 6:30 every day they go out for a walk in the kibbutz field. It's the time they hid near the gate. While they were opening the gate, these terrorists entered, they shot at them, they killed both of them. That's the way they entered the kibbutz.
Oh, because they knew the timing of the couple who was to go for a walk.
Of course, they knew. Shot both of them. Their bodies are being taken to Gaza. It's captive. They are captive.
They are still. Okay.
Later, they started from the side. If you visit Niros, you will understand. Our house, there are 9 houses in a line.
Okay.
4 houses to the left and 4 houses to the right, and we are in the middle.
You were in the center.
In the center. When you go to the right, Ronen was killed. His wife Karina, along with his girls, both daughters, were taken hostage. Next house, Ofer Heldron, he was taken hostage with his children. Next house, Oded and Yoke, they were taken hostage. Yoke came back in the first deal, and we got the body of Oded. The next house, they lived Amitai and a Filipino caretaker. Amitai was killed. The house is completely burned to ashes, and Jimmy is the Filipino caretaker. He got a shot at the leg and he was taken as a hostage, but he was released during the first ceasefire. Go to the left. The first house, Yair Horn, he was along with his brother. He was taken hostage, and Yair is released, and his brother is still in Gaza as a hostage. Next houses, there was a soldier, and I don't know, he was on duty or what. No, I have no idea. The first house, they were in the mammoth. They shot at the mammoth. They got shot on the leg. You see the houses in front are completely burned. The houses at the back are completely burned. The houses from Amitai, it's burned till Ronan's house. Half
the
of
house next to you.
Next to us, and we are saved there. It's completely a miracle that we were saved.
Unimaginable.
Around 1:30, not exactly 1:30, Shmulik wanted to go out. No, just I have to say before that, between 10 to 11, 10:30, almost 10:30, because I know the timing, because these are the timing we used to text to Dalit. Everything is recorded. recorded, and we
Right.
have used these records. We have given these records to the investigation team for their to know exactly when they came, at what time, and everything to calculate.
Right, because
how
you
the-
were on the call with Dalit, and
Dalit.
also you were messaging
Yes.
to make sure they know what's happening with
there
you.
was a time where we couldn't continue speaking.
Yeah, because you had to hold the door.
Not only holding the door, Dalit's house was attacked. So at that time,
She lives in the same.
Yes.
She lives on the same kibbutz.
same kibbutz. So we lost connection in between for some time. So we were keeping on texting her.
Right.
10:30, someone came to us and called us and told, "We are here to save you. Open the door." It said only once. That means maybe a Jew, a member of the kibbutz, just wanted to give us a warning. Please don't open the door. Only once. It was repeated only once.
Okay.
We are here to save you. Open the door. That means maybe they might have brought somebody thinking that we will recognize their voice and we will open the door.
Oh,
Yes.
got it. So they got somebody hostage only to say
Yeah.
that, so that they trick you into opening the door.
I told you our house was the base. So when they brought, they knew that we were inside.
Right, because I'm sure like 4 people, they could also hear you guys. Okay. After everything that went down, 1:30, now you
So
go
1:30
out.
and 1:30 Shmulik wanted to go
When
out.
did you realize that, okay, now is the right time to go out? Because you don't know. You
was
can't
no-
see.
We lost all the connection into the TV, Wi-Fi and everything. We had no connection. You know that even the safety room has a window which is with a big iron piece. The window is also covered. So
Right.
it's completely, we have no communication to
You have no
outside.
access to the outside world
Yes.
whatsoever.
We don't have any access. Around 1:30, Shmulik wanted to go out. It's actually to see what has happened, but he said he wanted to go use the toilet. But we told him, see, in case we hear any sound, we will be closing the door and we will not come out to save you.
Yeah.
So he said he took the responsibility on himself and he went out.
Okay.
Mira was holding the door. Mira told me, Sabida, if we close it and if someone comes and knocks and we think it is Shmulik and we open and they come, it's waste of holding all these hours. Holding the door is a waste.
Yeah.
So I told her, you move, I will hold it. And I just kept the door half open and I was peeping to see if the Shmulik or someone is coming to make it sure that it was Shmulik who was coming.
Right.
The room to the way to the mamad was like a L-shaped.
Right.
So we could see someone moving and we could close it fast.
Right.
That was my intention. Waiting for 10 minutes, there was no sound of anything. It was all quiet. I ran out because we didn't had any water inside. We didn't have anything to eat. The power was running short in the phone, and we knew that the houses were burning. Dalit informed us that the houses are burning. If you feel that your house is also is on
smoke
fire,
also on fire. Okay.
Fire, please put some wet clothes around. So we didn't had any water inside the mamad. So ran out and we didn't give, along with that, we had not given anything to Rachel. We didn't change her diaper, we didn't give her anything. All this had a lot of things were on our head to think of.
Right.
So I told Mira, you stay here, and ran out. First of all, I ran to the drawing room to get some kitchen, to get some water and something.
Supplies.
There were bananas, some fruits or something to get
Something to eat because you were exhausted.
Yes, the bananas were eaten and the peels were
on the floor.
spread on the table. There were on 7th October they were supposed to celebrate the birthday of one of Dalit's son. So there was sufficient food in the fridge for everybody.
Right.
They served the drinks on the table, cola and jimits and everything. It was served on our table.
So they had eaten everything.
Yes, yeah, of course. That's what I am saying. We had boiled 2 eggs for Mira and me to eat in the morning. They ate it and the shells were there. They had plenty of time to use everything. When there was no water, I came back. We had bottled water for the oxygen machine. It was sterile water. So
for Rachel.
For Rachel. The machine, to fill the machine. We pushed 2-3 bottles inside. We pushed her food inside. She had a pre-packed food like Nutrien. So at least we pushed inside. At least we can have something to survive. We do not know when the army will come.
Yeah.
Then ran to our room to get the passport because in case it's burned, that is our identity. They had stolen everything.
Including like all your important documents.
Everything, including documents, money, gold. The bag, we keep our one bag as an emergency bag.
Right.
They took it, everything. My passport, I got it from the floor, but Mira's was taken.
Oh my gosh.
Along with everything, the mobiles, computers, everything in the house. Not only ours, the families, everything they took it. Whatever they could take, whatever they couldn't, they broke it. The papers were all taken and they spread it like this.
Yeah.
In one of the cupboards of Shmulik, he kept in the bottles different types of nuts and bolts were kept. They opened it and they spread it like this. I used to do some craft works because Rahel taught me. She was an art teacher, so I loved to do it. I used to collect certain things. It was full kept in a bag. Just they spread it like how we cannot imagine the thing that
they created a mess.
Yes. It's more than what we can imagine.
It was like a destructive mindset that you could see.
Yes.
I mean, that includes food, that includes like your documents, and that includes everything in the house.
In the cupboard, they pulled out all the clothes from the this, and they just broke it like nothing. We should have nothing. They broke the tap in the kitchen. They pulled out everything. They took that tamiarba for the filter. The filter. They took it out. They took the canoe, the small club car. The old people use. They took it, they took the wheelchairs, they took everything from the house. The TVs, the computers, the monitors. There was a TV which was drilled to the wall. They broke it because they couldn't take it.
Oh, so they destroyed it.
Yes. The fridge, they couldn't take it. It was a new and big fridge of 4 doors. They just broke like with some metals, they broke it. You cannot imagine. If you get a chance to see Nero's, you will understand from where we are survived. What the extreme cruelty that the Hamas has done to the people, you will see there. By 7 in the evening, the army came to rescue us because from one side it started at 3 or 4 or something. It started, and our house was the last house to be rescued. People alive.
Oh, were you the only house with people alive in it?
Not only the last houses.
Towards the end.
Okay. We were there, and by 7 the army came. They shifted first to
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
So let's say you got out of the safety room at 1. From 1 to 7, you could just see all of this.
No, we came within 10 minutes. We rushed back to the Mamad. We were 12 and half an hours. We were in the Mamad. Afternoon, we did not hold together because we were tired. We took turns to hold.
Got it.
When we couldn't hold, Mira started holding with her shoulder. We started holding with our hip because we couldn't continue with our hand.
Yeah.
That's the way, because we didn't want it to give in case if
somebody comes in. Okay, so 7 p.m. the IDF is there.
IDF is there. They came. They first asked us, "Are you okay? Do you have something to drink and eat?" We told we had water. They brought us some fruit to relax. By the time they shifted first Shmulik, then they shifted Rahel. When they wanted to shift Rahel, we looked for the wheelchairs. We had 2 wheelchairs. Both of them were taken. So then we recognized that these were gone. We were shifted to a common bunker, we can say. It was the kindergarten of the children, are a big safety room for where all the members of the kibbutz can be accommodated. As big as it's quite big.
Yeah.
So all the members of the kibbutz were the remaining alive members were shifted to this kindergarten. From there, like 10:30 or 11, we were shifted to Soroka Hospital. 5 days we were there. Rahel,
for treatment and
not treatment. Rahel was with 24 hours with the oxygen. They had to shift her to a place where she gets the oxygen.
Yeah, she was without oxygen.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. From there, we were later taken to Nesiona to a care home for 3 weeks. From there, they found a place for us in Hadera, Kibbutz Gan Shmuel, and for almost 10 months, we were there in Gan Shmuel. February 2024, Shmulik died of heartbreak because majority of his friends were killed or taken as hostage. It was too much for him.
Yeah.
Within few days he died. He became sick, and within few days, so within no time, he couldn't survive it.
Yeah, because he lost all his friends, and even if he had dementia, like he saw everything that happened.
No, he remembered nothing about that day. But while he saw everything on the TV, he recalled everything, and it was too much for him. Too much.
It got to a point where he couldn't live anymore.
Then in August, Rachel died
Because of
because of her sickness.
Okay.
Because of her sickness, we knew that anything could happen to Rachel at any time. That was the kind of sickness
She
was having.
Okay.
So after that, I am free from the Ram family.
Yeah.
And now I am working in Ramle with
a new family.
New family.
Okay.
During this time, the first help that we received from the civilians of Israel, the Jewish people, they came with everything, whatever we need, like with the clothes, with everything they provided us. They gave us psychological support with the counseling. In the beginning, it was the Zoom. It was a little difficult for us.
Yeah.
Later, we got Sima Menora, a lady from
So you would
Beth
go in person?
No, she used to come to
you.
us.
Okay.
It was not possible for us to go. So she used to come every Friday. She used to come to visit us and give us the therapy. If I am at least okay to this extent, it's because of the therapy and everything, the support I received from the people here.
Okay.
The government too supported us. From the insurance company, we received for the lost property, we received the amount.
They have reimbursed the amount that you have lost.
Of course.
What about, I'm just curious, Mira's passport, because they took it?
That same day itself, we had informed the Indian embassy that we lost it. The Hamas has taken it. They told us once it is calm and when you can come, please come. And the Ram family took her to deal with this, and she got
her passport.
She got her passport.
Thank God.
Yeah, new passport was issued.
Wow, this, whatever you've gone through is definitely a miracle. And you're sitting here today sharing your story with us. So again, thank you very much. Is there one message you would like to share with the people who are watching you right now?
I am here in Israel for almost 4.5 years, more than 4 years. This is my 5th war being in Israel. Fifth war being in Israel. All these times, there was a provocation, then the Israel attacked back. In my country, not in my country, in my native place, Kerala, a very wrong message about the Israel and Hamas problems have been explained very wrongly. And I think so people say that a lot of Palestinians have been killed because of the war and everything. I just want to say that we were all sleeping. We were all very relaxed and we were all in our houses. It was the Hamas terrorists who woke us up and who started making all the mess. Didn't they think about the children when they killed the children in the kibbutz? Didn't they think about the persons whom they burned alive? We need peace. There may be some wrong beliefs. All this happened because of wrong beliefs and wrong teaching. That is from our childhood, what is taught to us. We have to be more open to the realities. We need to tackle the real problem and we need to live in peace. You see, almost 1.5 years it's going on with one person's greed. I can say, to say Sinwar, it was his decision to attack the Israel on October 7. If it was not done, the whole world could have been in peace. When we do something for our greediness, how many people are going to suffer because of that? Because of his action, the Palestinians are suffering, the Israelis are suffering, people around the world are suffering. They had no eyes if it's a Jewish people or it's a foreigner, or they just wanted to kill maximum people who came across to them. People around the world have to open their eyes to see the reality. It's not supporting Hamas or Israel. Be open to the truth. Whoever is right, think from both sides and judge.
Well, Savita, thank you for your words of wisdom. I know you've had a near-death experience and you've touched and you've come back and you're here sitting alive. Hopefully now you're healthy and mentally and emotionally trying to move on, because I know it can take some time. But I wish you all the best and good luck, and I hope you get more chances to share your story, because your story needs to be told to a lot more people than right now it's been shared. So, and I know we spoke about this, that you have a 24/7 hour job, but we'll try our best to make that happen. So thank you once again.
Thank you, Ravital. Thank you so much.